This is the worst posture ever. 1/10. Video game characters who are also violinists. Where can I find them? Thanks to your help, we found them. Yahaha! Today, I will be grading violinists in video games. How accurate are they really playing? Do their animations match up with the notes? How real do they feel? Are they really playing the same piece as you hear it? You and I will find out together. By the way, if it's your first time here, my name is Lionmight, and I'm a professional music producer, composer, and I've been playing the violin since 1988. I was a violin teacher for a while, some years ago, and today I will be putting on my violin teacher hat once again. I will be grading each violinist on their musical aspect and not the gameplay. We are gonna grade every single one of them by today's violin playing standards. I will be grading posture, bowing, finger positioning, and piece accuracy. And at the end of the video, I will be giving an overall grade to all the video game violinists in this video. And they have no excuse because now we have believable guitar playing NPCs in Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, we are probably going to be very petty about it, very nitpicky, especially in the older titles, but we're gonna do it for fun and just because we can. I was inspired by Ray Chen's videos where he grades violinists as they are portrayed on films and TV shows. Let's start with Violin from Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Bowing is good. Her left fingers are not even moving. It's a beautiful piece though, but she's not actually playing it. Okay, the bowing is kind of accurate. It's following the rhythm, but her fingers on the left hand are not actually playing. The fingers don't move. Even the position of her bowing hand is actually accurate. They usually make the bow holder hold like this, which is completely wrong. It's not a sword. A bow is like you have an invisible ball between your hands and you're holding it like this. Her bow accuracy is good, but her left fingers are not actually playing the music. It's just static. So she's playing. That's all she's playing. How do we grade this? Kind of accurate bowing. Her wrist is bending when it's going up, which is very accurate. So very accurate bowing, non-existent left hand movement. Good posture, 10 for posture, 10 for bowing, finger positioning, 0. Piece accuracy, 0. So it's like the very average, the very middle, 5/10. The merchant NPC from Elden Ring. Whoa. What? There's even vibrato. Whoa. There's even slides. This is amazing. First off, this is not really a Western violin. This is more like an erhu, a Chinese violin. But oh my God, there's finger movement, wrist movement on the left hand and the right hand. So the bowing seems to be very accurate with the melody. I'm just not sure with that bow hold because I don't actually play the cello, but let me check. It seems to be acceptable. This is amazing. I would say bowing is 10/10. Posture, maybe 8/10. Finger positioning is very high, 9/10. Piece accuracy, oh my God, 10/10. Overall score, I would give it a 9/10. The Bard class from Baldur's Gate 3, or actually any character who has musical proficiency, but let's stick to the Bard class for now. Bowing, kind of an okay, acceptable position. At least I can see the wrist bent. She's definitely not playing the rhythmic pattern of the piece. It's like a fixed loop bowing up and down. All right. Also, the left finger positioning is another looping animation. I love this piece, by the way. Watch my cover of it. Yeah, zero accuracy with the piece, zero accuracy with the rhythm. If we are gonna try to imitate what she's actually playing, it's gonna sound like this. Posture is okay. Bowing is not accurate. Finger positioning is also not accurate. Piece accuracy, not accurate. But I love the dance though, so 2/10 for the Bard class in Baldur's Gate 3. I can't believe I'm including this, but the Violinist me from Wii Music. One of the most meme-worthy games that Nintendo has ever released. Okay, bowing is inaccurate. There's no fingers, so we can't even grade the finger positioning because it's a me's hand. But look at him, he's so happy. If we're gonna imitate his playing, it's gonna sound like this. Posture is kinda okay, 5/10. Bowing, very inaccurate. Finger positioning, there's no fingers. Piece accuracy, definitely not accurate. So, the me violinist from Wii Music, 2/10. Yahaha! It's time for the next one, which is Makar from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Oh my god. It's not even a violin. It's a leaf cello, but it's a bowed string instrument, so we can count it. Okay, tuning before the performance. That's good, that's good. Okay, from what we've seen, no finger movement on the left hand. Let me check again the bowing. Is it at least with a rhythm? Because it's an Irish jig sounding, so the rhythm should be ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta. Kind of acceptable bowing. I think it is most likely a looping animation, but it kind of syncs with the rhythm somewhat. I just love this piece so much. (10/10 for Link's conducting, but we're here to rate the violinist. So both of them, Makar and the Sage Spirit, they don't play the violin on the left hand accurately. The bowing for both of them, 5/10 for the bowing, simply because I kind of buy it. It's kind of convincing. The posture of the bowing is also nice. I can see the wrist. For Makar, there's no wrist. I'm not sure if holding your cello in a diagonal way like this is acceptable, because most cellists hold their cello like super 90 degrees vertical, almost slanting towards you, because that's how you hold the cello. And the reason that you don't hold the cello or the violin diagonally, it's because the bow and the string should be 90 degrees of each other, so it will sound solid like this. And if you play it diagonally like that, it's gonna sound airy. What they're both playing is one note, when they should be moving about with their fingers. And I know this piece because I performed this live. The left finger should be moving about very actively, but they're not. So for posture, I don't know, 4/10. So overall, maybe, I don't know, for Makar, let's make it 4/10. Yeah. The minstrel class from one of the MMOs I play sometimes, Lord of the Rings Online. So this is Diwalin, based on my real name, Diwa, and Dwalin from The Hobbit. And he is my minstrel character in Lord of the Rings Online. He uses a medieval violin to cast spells. but how accurate is the playing? Okay, tut, 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 tut. Looks like the bowing rhythm is accurate, but no finger movement. Again, a common theme so far. No left-hand finger positioning. It's like they don't know how the violin makes notes. Okay, so it's not even animated properly. They just have the minstrel character just go on a forever violin performance animation loop. Although in some of the quicker violin skills, kind of is convincing. The minstrel from Lord of the Rings Online, 5/10. Very average. Sherlock Sholmes from The Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Clearly a parody of Sherlock Holmes. Left-hand posture is good. He's actually moving his fingers for once. Right-hand posture is also good, actually. And the bent pinky, great detail. Oh, that line. Da, 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 da. I think that was supposed to be his line playing, but it's not matching the bowing, and it's not matching the fingers on the left hand. And I mean, oh my God, this is a cutscene that's even, I would say, an easier chance to kind of make the violin playing a fixed animation.
After all, I have the great...
All right. Bowing posture and left-hand posture is acceptable, but the bowing is not. 0/10. Finger positioning is also 0/10. Piece accuracy, 0/10. But the posture is good. I would say 8/10. So overall, 3/10. The Sims from Sims 4. I believe this is a level 10 violinist in the game. Oh my God. I wish I could do that. I wish I could make my bow appear on command. Oh, I guess I can do that. Suzuki? This is very obviously not accurate bowing because if you listen to the music she's playing, there's a lot of hard rhythmic note changes on the bow. So this is a soft rhythmic change. The violin bow is going up and down, but there's like a subtle change. But she's playing really hard on the bow. You can hear the scratch. Her bowing should be aggressively changing, bowing up and down on each single note. Her fingers are a little bit spread too much apart, but it should be a little bit bundled together, like you're holding an invisible ball. So I would say 4/10. Sunny from the game Omori. And this is one of the ending cutscenes, so this is a spoiler warning if you don't want to be spoiled. Okay, oh, see that? His bowing position on the right hand, the pointer finger is separated from the rest of the fingers. That's actually not a good position because, again, it should be like a balanced curve between all the fingers. It makes you hold the bow in a more stable manner. Oh, again? Oh my God. He's doing this position with a bow. For you to hold it like this, that is very tense on the fingers. In fact, I'm hurting right now holding it that way. But it should be a very gradual and very casual bow hold like this. Okay, look at that. Again, bad bowing because he's not bending his wrist. He's not bending his wrist when he's going up when it should be up, down, because you can have more flexibility and brighter notes when you're doing the proper bowing motion. So realistically, if you don't bend your wrist, See, the bow is gonna go sideways. And like I mentioned earlier, the bow and the string should be like a perfect cross. 90 degrees makes the most solid sound. His bowing is 1/10. Finger positioning, since we cannot judge it accurately, let's just give it an average 5/10. Bowing is 1/10. Posture is okay. Piece accuracy, definitely not accurate. I mean, the piece accuracy definitely will depend on the bowing and the finger positioning. 3/10. Marie from a niche rhythm game from the 3DS, Rhythm Thief. Oh my god, what's all with these weird bowing holds? Look at that. Her bow finger, her bow position, pointer finger pointing outwards. That is not normal. You need the pointer finger as the main, one of the main support fingers for the bow. She's just doing what is called a rest position, like this. This is just an average violin performance visually. So I would say bowing is 8/10, maybe. Finger positioning on the left hand, totally inaccurate. 1/10. The one being, at least she's doing a good rest position. Piece accuracy, the bowing is accurate, but not the left finger. So piece accuracy is average, 5/10. Posture is kind of okay, 4/10. Overall, I think I would grade her 6/10. Okay, the next one is from a game I've only recently heard of, and I guess it's a cross between a Pokemon game and music games. This character is named Fiddle, and there's another character called Fiddlement, and we'll check both of them out. Oh my god! That's kind of accurate bowing. And even if he has only 2 fingers on the fretboard, at least they're kind of moving in sync with the music. Even that last note drop, that is actually impressive. That's mighty impressive. Posture, I would say average 5/10. Bowing, because of the wrist, it's not perfect, but the rhythm is pretty accurate. So I would say 9/10 for the bowing. Finger positioning, rhythmically, it kind of is accurate, but not in terms of position. So maybe 7/10. The piece accuracy overall, kind of 8/10. Overall, we're going to give Fiddle 8/10. And here's another one from My Singing Monsters, and the character is named Fiddlement. What? What is... He or she has got no hands. Let's listen to it. Okay, I get it now. Fiddlement is playing telepathically. It's not even a traditional Western violin. This is the sound of a Chinese violin called an erhu. Damn, I wish I could play my violin telepathically like this. How do we even grade this? This is not up to human standards. For human violinist standards, Fiddlement is a 0/10. There's nothing to grade. But in terms of whatever Fiddlement is standards, 10/10. This is a violinist named Antonio from a Chinese version of Dead by Daylight called Identity V. Apparently, this is a character who uses violin as a weapon. Okay, that's a violin screech right there, kind of. Oh my god, that poor bow. Violin bows can cost from $500 to $2,000, so I'm cringing every time he's doing that. He's not even touching the fingerboard. His left hand is just dangling. He's not actually playing the violin unless he has magical powers that I don't know of. So Antonio from Identity V, as a violinist, I would say 1/10. As a fashionista, especially for that hat, 10/10. Elliot from Legend of Heroes, Trail of Cold Steel 3. Oh, this is a cool looking violin. That could be an electric violin design right there, but there's no strings. Oh my god, look at that. That is very bad hand posture.
You've been a wonderful audience.
Okay, that is a classy bow, I guess. Very bad bow hold, inaccurate finger position, if that's even how that particular violin is played. Elliot from Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, 2/10. Simply because that violin is really cool and I want one. Yuki from The Dishwasher Vampire Smile. Twang. That does not sound like a violin at all. That's the sound of an electric guitar being plucked with a pick. Okay, at least the bow movement is kind of accurate with the rhythm. Plus points for that. Even if she's not really playing. And no, I don't see any kind of movement at all from her fretboard position. Bowing movement accuracy is kind of nice, but posture is average. And she's not really playing a violin sound. She's lip syncing to an electric guitar sound. 3/10 overall. The kid from the Castlevania 64 opening scene. Classic. Bad posture again. He's holding the bow like a sword. And there's not even any visual left-hand movement. So yeah, this is a great piece, a very iconic piece from the Castlevania repertoire. And I know this is an older game, but this is what we're doing for this video. The way he's holding the violin is really stretched out, like it's too big for him. So I would say no effort at all for the animation to even match it up. 2/10. And this next one is one of my favorite Final Fantasy entries, Final Fantasy VIII. There's a scene where one of the characters plays the violin for a short scene. Team Quistis, by the way, and also Team Selfie. Okay, I cannot properly see Quistis' violin playing movement. All right, thanks to the remastered version, we have a clearer view. Look at this. This is the worst posture ever. So not only is Irvin holding the bow like a sword like this, his left hand is not even holding the fingerboard. It is holding like this. Final Fantasy VIII, 1/10. Final Fantasy XIV, apparently you can have your character also play the violin. Okay, I'm actually impressed that they kind of animated when the bow is changing strings because it changes the angle. Okay, at least when she's not playing, she just stops playing. She's moving between positions on the left hand when there's a change in the notes. It's not accurate, but what she's actually playing, it sounds like this. If you move the left hand all the way up there, it's a lot of notes that you passed by in between. There's a set animation for high note and low note. So it just changes between two types of animation. Still not as varied as the animation from My Singing Monsters, but kind of up there. The bow posture and the left hand, left arm posture is kind of nice. Kind of convincing animations from a quick glance. Final Fantasy XIV character, I would say 6/10. We have one more bonus video for you, but this is kind of not canon. This is from Fire Emblem, and this is a music video that was released as extra content, and this character is named Veronica from Fire Emblem Heroes, and let's check it out. Oh my god, look at that violin. I want that electric violin. Oh my god, they can design some of the coolest violins. And I want one. That was amazing. That is very realistic. Oh, that down bow motion, that rhythmic down bow motion, that is accurate, super correct. That is 10 over 10. And there's a reason why that is 10 over 10. That was actually motion captured by an actual professional violinist. Then let's watch a little bit of her video. Oh my god. Fire Emblem Heroes non-canon violin playing video, 10 over 10. They were able to do a real accurate guitar performance in Cyberpunk 2077. For the older games, I can understand, but for the newer games, they got no more excuse. So, video game industry, please give us more accurate violinists in your video games because it will just really enhance the immersion. And the average of video game violinist characters in terms of accuracy of performance as a real violinist, 3.6 over 10 for the entire video game industry so far based on these 18 video game violinist characters. I, as a violinist, maybe I'm really biased about this, but I do want to see better violin performance animations in video games. I mean, I know this is not a priority, but the movies, they had world-class professional violinist David Garrett to perform as Paganini. I know you can do better because of that Fire Emblem Heroes sample and Cyberpunk 2077. The video games now have the capacity to portray more accurate musician performances. But what about you? Which of the violinist characters are your favorite? Which one do you think was the most accurate in terms of real violin playing? Let me know in the comments. And in the meantime, if you love discussions of video game music, here's some more videos for you. Click here now.